Where did this shark come from and why is the movie jumping over it? Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 exact moments movies got bad.
Phil, I think it's happened again.
For this list, we'll be looking at movies that went completely downhill after one particularly infamous scene. Since some of these moments tie into plot twists, a spoiler alert is in order.
If you like what you're hearing, be sure to check out the full song at the link below.
Number 10. Alan Did It Again. The Hangover Part 2. From the get-go, the Hangover sequel treads unfamiliar waters with a blackout, a missing friend, and an animal companion.
I'm sorry, but I am so confused.
I made love to a man with movies,
Listen, I promise you, no one's ever gonna find out about this.
but we just found out about it.
That's just the basic setup, though. Surely, once the wolf pack hits the streets, something original will be added to the formula, right? Nope. Every story beat is virtually the same, right down to the revelation that Alan drugged the guys. Again.
What did you do? Wasn't it obvious? I spiked them with muscle relaxers. And plus my ADHD medication.
What? You drugged us again?
At this point, it dawned on audiences how derivative the film was going to be. It was just going to be the first movie again with no changes. Repetition aside, Alan comes off as too stupid and irresponsible here. Yeah, we know that he's supposed to be a doofus, but after pulling this twice, we'd rather take Alan to rehab than party with him.
Don't start crying, Alan. You're the bearded devil!
Number 9. Bad Things Happen. Super 8. In his review of Super 8, Roger Ebert wrote that the first hour was like seeing a lost early Spielberg classic.
Wait, so guys, people are turning to zombies because of the chemical factory, right? Wow.
I don't see how the guy playing Detective Hathaway can ask where the zombies are coming from.
Then something started to slip. For many, the film stumbles with the reveal of the alien, which looks a lot like a Cloverfield knockoff. What pushes us over the edge, however, is when young Joe calmly talks to the alien.
I know bad things happen. Bad things happen. But you can still live.
Joe essentially tells the alien to let go of his pain, and this works. The giant bug-like monster that's been terrorizing the town apparently comprehends English and subsequently retreats from Earth. We understand what Abrams was going for, and maybe this scene could have been more effective if the alien was better defined, like E.T. As is, this resolution is too forced, too corny, and too silly. Number 8. The Mandarin. Iron Man 3. Most would agree that the villains were among the weaker aspects of the first two Iron Man movies. Well, Iron Man 3 is finally going to compensate for that with the Mandarin, a calculating terrorist who has it out for Tony Stark.
39 hours ago, the Ali al-Salam air base in Kuwait was attacked. I did that. A quaint military church filled with wives and children, of course. The soldiers were out on maneuvers.
Before these two even meet, we can feel the rivalry brewing between them. All this tension is flushed down the toilet when Tony meets the so-called Mandarin, who's really just a bumbling actor named Trevor Slattery.
Bloody hell, bloody hell.
Don't move.
I'm not moving. You want something? Take it. Although the guns are all fake, because those wankers wouldn't trust me with the real ones.
What?
Hey, do you fancy either of the birds?
While this twist isn't without some clever social commentary, we were promised the legendary Ben Kingsley as one of Marvel's most formidable foes. Guy Pearce is a fine actor, but Aldrich Killian is a lame replacement compared to the character that Kingsley was starting to develop.
No more false faces. You said you wanted the Mandarin. You're looking right at him. It was always me, Tony. Right from the start. I am the Mandarin!
Number 7. They're Listening. The Forgotten. The Forgotten has a phenomenal premise right out of a classic Twilight Zone episode. Julianne Moore plays a mother who is seemingly the only one who can remember her presumed dead son.
Tilly. There was never a Sam Peretta.
You never had a son.
This is insane.
I'm so sorry. I wanted to help you slowly, gently, but I never thought that you'd...
No, he erased the tapes. He replaced the book with an empty book. How can you believe him?
It's an idea that invites so many fascinating and emotional possibilities. And what's the big revelation? Aliens with ambiguous motives did it.
What have you done with him? Why did you take him? What do you want?
It's an experiment.
He's just a little boy. What could you possibly learn from him?
Nothing.
Come on, that's the most generic explanation you could possibly give, and it doesn't even fit the movie's tone. On top of that, let's talk about how the aliens go about abducting people. They just yank them off the ground and into the sky, leaving huge holes in ceilings. Even if they erase everyone's memories, who's going to clean that mess up? This isn't a psychological thriller, it's a Monty Python routine.
Stop! What is your name?
Sir Galahad of Camelot.
What is your quest?
I seek the Grail.
What is your favorite color?
Blue. No.
Number 6. Getting small. Downsizing. Downsizing establishes early on that it's not going to be like other shrinking movies.
In the 1950s, the Institute identified overpopulation as mankind's single greatest long-term threat. Because of all the catastrophes we are seeing today, the extreme climate and weather events, and the devastating impact on food and water security.
Director Alexander Payne takes a unique approach, exploring how shrinking would function in a society burdened by climate change, overpopulation, and financial struggles. Once our main character shrinks down, however, the film abandons its initial premise.
You're not leaving me here.
Can't you understand how I feel? I feel terrible. I let you down. I feel awful. But then I realized I was just doing this because I was trying to make you happy, and I should have been thinking more about myself.
The tiny world he inhabits is identical to our own, except occasionally an item is slightly larger. Why shrink a character down if you're not going to give him a creative environment? Aside from not being visually interesting, the plot is basically on autopilot going forward with a lot of drawn-out conversations about human existence that aren't very profound.
Dr. Johnson write me, say he feels so bad. I suffer for his fault. He say he painful. He never think make small so bad for people. Dr. Johnson letter made me feel so good. I write letter too.
For a film that wants to ask big questions, it does little with its intriguing setup. Number 5. Mary Embrey's secret identity, Hancock. Hancock spent more than a decade in development hell, and it shows in the final product. The film starts off promisingly with several fresh spins on the superhero genre.
Hancock!
What, boy?
What if a superhero was treated like a celebrity? What if the superhero was a reckless alcoholic? What if the superhero got a PR consultant to change his image? What if it turned out that the PR guy's wife was also the superhero's estranged wife who left him after he got amnesia?
If Ray finds out about me, you're dead.
Wait, who wrote that last part? Yeah, this is where Hancock becomes overly contrived, tonally confused, and just kind of dumb. It's a shame since the first half seemed to be moving in the right direction, but the writers simply didn't know where to go.
I can do this all day.
Shut up.
I suppose...
Fine, we'll talk.
Number 4. Paulie's Robot, Rocky IV. The original Rocky was about a lowly boxer looking for his shot at the big time. It was a simple yet deeply human underdog story that connected with audiences everywhere. If we told you that this Best Picture winner would inspire a sequel with an 80s robot serving Paulie a birthday cake, you'd probably call us crazy.
Happy birthday, Paulie.
What the hell is this?
Lo and behold, though, Paulie now has a robot, who we think is also his girlfriend. Sylvester Stallone added the robot because it helped his autistic son. A noble gesture for sure, but wouldn't a robot have been better suited for Rambo, Demolition Man, or basically anything other than a Rocky movie? This is far too removed from Rocky's humble roots, setting a wacky tone for the film.
If he dies, he dies.
Number 3. Enter Jar Jar, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Even if you can't follow all of that Trade Federation mumbo-jumbo, there's admittedly a lot to enjoy in the first several minutes of The Phantom Menace.
Is it in their nature to make us wait this long?
No. I sense an unusual amount of fear for something as trivial as this trade dispute.
You've got lightsabers, destroyer droids, and Ewan McGregor putting a youthful spin on Obi-Wan Kenobi. Alas, this prequel goes overboard quite quickly with the introduction of our comedic relief.
Hey, wait! Oh, muy, I love you.
You almost got us killed. Are you brainless?
I speak.
The ability to speak does not make you intelligent. Now get out of here.
There's not much that can be said about Jar Jar Binks that hasn't been said already. He's obnoxious, he contributes next to nothing, he's only there to make children under 5 laugh, and he doesn't even do that very well. We're not saying his absence would have saved the rest of the movie, but from the second he showed up, we knew that this was going to be rough.
Excuse me, but the most safest place would be Gonga City. It's where I grew up. 'Tis a hidden city.
City.
Uh-huh.
Can you take us there?
On second thought, no. Not really, no.
Number 2. Spidey Night Fever, Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3 was already on thin ice with too many villains and nonsensical plot points.
You see that? Still got the moves.
For every problem, however, there was a cool special effect, fun action set piece, or Bruce Campbell cameo to compensate. There was no coming back from Emo Peter strutting down the street, though. The alien costume saga is one of the darkest arcs in the Spider-Man lore. Here, it's almost entirely played for laughs, making it all the more distracting when the film does try to shoehorn in a dramatic moment. Even the most forgiving fans lost it when Emo Peter Parker hit the dance floor. This scene couldn't have been more ridiculous if John Travolta himself showed up.
Now dig on this.
Oh, and way to reduce Gwen Stacy to the other girlfriend archetype. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few dishonorable mentions that will give you that this movie's gone bad feeling. Zion Rave, The Matrix Reloaded. We think it's time for a bathroom break. Special Enhancements, Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. Can the T-800 also do that with his pecs? The Invisibility Car, Die Another Day. What if you forget where you park or can't find the gas cap?
The ultimate in British engineering.
You must be joking.
As I learned from my predecessor, Bond, I never joke about my work. Aston Martin call it the Vanquish, we call it the Vanish.
Oh, very good.
Rolling Spacecraft, Prometheus. Run to the side. This isn't rocket science.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Nuking the Fridge, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Jumping the shark is often used to describe moments when TV shows lost their mojo.
Oh, that can't be good.
In 2008, the cinematic equivalent to shark jumping was coined when Indiana Jones stepped into a refrigerator. Following a reasonably fun opening chase, Indy finds himself at a Nevada test site where an atomic bomb is about to go off. Indy thus seeks refuge in a fridge, which keeps him perfectly preserved.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
We could go on forever about the impractical logistics of the scene. Even if the lead lining protected him from radiation poisoning, which would be beyond miraculous, both the fridge and Indy's 58-year-old body would have been totaled the instant they hit the ground. We know that Indy has improbably cheated death before, but this was a fridge too far.
Do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments. And hey, if you're a fan of the song playing right now, be sure to check out the music video for it right here.